welcome to the video. I'm just going to share with you my DIY embellishments for my Christmas mini album that I'm making. So I'm using the December documented kit from Kitaholic, and this is full of lots of awesome goodies. So I'm getting stuck right in and using a 3x4 card to make a tag and starting off with some die cuts. So as you can tell by the intro, and also if you've come from a link, that it is the Christmas YouTube Hop. So how awesome is it to see all these Christmas videos and listen to all our great creations. There's some awesome things going around by the group of ladies that are entered into this YouTube Hop. So make sure that you follow the links below and that you watch videos and you comment on everyone's video. As soon as you've commented on everyone's, watched them all and got back to my video, if you've started with mine, then you'll know that you've participated and done all the requirements to go into the prize draw for one of those 5 awesome gifts. So, or gifts, prizes, whatever you want to call them. So as you can see now, I've pulled out one of the number 4 and I've sticking it on, overlapping it on the side, because I figure it can go on a 4x6 card, it can go on a layout, and it won't be a problem with the overlaying, and it looks pretty cool. Just put a label there because the trees were just hanging in midair if I didn't put it there. So on they go. Pretty simple. Most of these embellishments will go in my mini album that I'm making for 2017 Christmas. So it's sort of like a December daily. However, I'm just scrapping whatever I feel like scrapping in whatever order I want. But I'll probably do it chronological because I do that. But I'm not a stickler for it has to be 1 page and I have to do it this way and it have to say day 1 or anything like that. On this it'll be 4, but I could have that could mean the 4 of us in the family. It could mean the 4th of December. It could mean lots of things. So making it like that keeps it open. Using those little tiny word die cards also means that I can use it on anything because they're quite generic. Well, most of them are generic. That one that I used was. So there's a lot of these little well, they're not actually little. A lot of these snowflakes in the collection die cut pack. And because it doesn't snow in Australia, as we all know, well, it does snow in Australia, but it doesn't snow at Christmas time. I wanted to use them as more of a layering piece behind photos, maybe layering in these DIY embellishments. So I have a bit of play with them back and forth throughout my time making these DIY embellishments. I don't make you watch every single time I muck around with a snowflake because there was a lot of times I found out when I was editing. But I think 2, maybe 1 tiny one, and I'd cheat a little, and maybe 1 bigger one. Well, you'll find out. I don't want to spoil it, even though I couldn't if I wanted to because I've forgotten, actually. So I'm just using one of these labels, simply putting a star on, a wood veneer word, and a little sprinkle of another little tiny star. So these houses were also in the die cut collection, and I was thinking, I'm not sure what I would use it for, but then I thought it'd be cool to have it as, and when I seen that tiny word, I was like, oh, Santa was here. I thought that would be cool for the day, for Christmas Day. And it was like, yeah, Santa was here and this is our house and he brought a present. And I just loved that ribbon. I just thought it was cute. When I was unboxing the collection, I was like, oh, ribbons. And that Christmas tree just ties it all off. So you can see the good thing about making, well, actually what I suggest if you are making DIY embellishments for any theme, for if you're not a theme and you're just using a kit, you're just using your stash on your table, or you're just trying to get things used up, that you make them generic enough so that you can use them for things. So don't try and put tiny words on there, tiny wide stickers that say something quite detailed that it's only going to match one little thing. If you put the things that are, like this, Holy Jolly, that could go on any layout, any project life. It could go on a card as a present. Could go anywhere, and there's a space for some journaling or some extra tiny words or whatever you want to do, and it can make it, you can add extras around on when you're putting it on the layout if you need to be more specific. So adding some of these lovely sequins, because then I seen when I was looking on my desk I remembered that we got all these beautiful sequins. So got them out, and you watch me use them a lot from now on. So this card, I love how it came together. As you can see before, I was thinking there's lots of big words and I wanted to use some of them, but I really didn't feel like they were going with anything. But then I remembered that this Poinciana flower, actually I say that wrong, probably really badly, I'm sorry for butchering that word. But this flower little garland part, and I just thought it goes perfectly. And then I found this half circle that says Mary, perfect red that matches the rest of the layout, and it just, bam, done, easy. Glue it all down, and it looks so spectacular. It's one of my favourite ones that I made for this DIY embellishment little group. There's another one, I think it's the last one. Anyway, I'll tell you when it comes up. I'm sure you'll be able to tell when I'm telling you. So just outlining, it was pulling up a bit of the printing, but it doesn't matter. It will be what it will be. It actually still looks really nice. So there's another tag here that I'd pulled out ready to use, and I start to fiddle with this one. And so I leave a little bit of the fiddling in, and then because you can see how you start to fiddle a bit, then fiddle a bit, then you change it around, you add something, you find something different. And then when you think about it, from the beginning to the end of the DIY embellishment little cluster, it looks totally different to what you had in mind or what you started with. So it's kind of a cool little process to watch. So this deer is so cute. See, look, trying to use a snowflake. This deer, like, oh, I don't know, it's so funny how deers are so cute. Start layering up, and this is where it starts to take shape. So I discovered that those little circles are the right size to fit in that little green tag. And I thought this tab might have been nice to put on it, but I didn't want to waste it on here because you won't be able to see the back. So it's a little, it's got a front and a back, and you can attach it to like a page protector or a full-size photo in your mini album. And then it's like a little tab lever that you can make it use to turn the page and do those kind of things. So I didn't really, not wasting it because it looked nice, but I didn't want to waste the back where you couldn't see the back. I want to be able to use it for its intended purpose because I liked the colour and the style of it. So here adding the big word Christmas, and as you can see, quite generic, Christmas tree and Christmas. If you can't find somewhere to put that on a layout that you're doing about Christmas, I'm not sure how you are scrapbooking, because the word and the picture just screams Christmas, literally. Adding a border with my felt tip, what's this one? Oh, my Pitt pen, and it just finishes it off. Ta-da! They had these little banner tabs, what are they called? Banners. And these smaller words, so getting out another flower, having a little play with layering, and then going, stick it down, woman, it looks great. So on it goes. So you can see that I'm fiddling, interchanging the glue. I'm using either double-sided tape or my wet glue, which is a Helmer's clear glue. And for some reason, I was struggling to use my sequin pickup tool with the sequins today. Just like I'm struggling to talk because it's quite late at night. But for some reason they just didn't want to stick. I don't know if it was static or what was going on. But look at those little Christmas trees. There's so much Christmas trees. They're awesome. And actually I pulled out all my stash of Christmas goodies for scrapbooking, and it's taken up. I have two desks, one that I scrapbook on one to my left where I put my album and my kits and things like that so that I can work from, and it has taken up the whole table except for where I've got my typewriter. I have a lot of Christmas goodies, and which is why I thought if I make some DIY embellishments, I thought I'd start with the kit and then I'd make some from my stash, and also add in some from the Scrappy Fun Kits. December documented that I'd have some lovely embellishments that I could just quickly scrapbook and enjoy the process. And my 9-year-old son is really wanting to document the Christmas journey, especially with our elf. Which, funny story, I have misplaced Our elf from last year has gone missing and he hasn't returned to our house, so we actually have a naughty elf. His name is Max and he keeps doing naughty things like he stole our Christmas tree, he made it disappear, and he stole money out of my purse and brought the boys 2 coffee mugs today and things like that. It's quite shocking what's going on in our house, but we'll see how that eventuates, and we'll see if Zach, our elf from last year, manages to come back and save the day for us. Bit of fun. And so that will be like, my son wants to enjoy scrapbooking the elf, his antics from this year and from last year. So that'll be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to the holidays and scrapbooking away with him. And we'll see what happens. So I'm just using this wood veneer. They're little baubles. They're pretty cute. Putting on the layering on this Project Life card and using some twine that I tried to use earlier. And I'm just pulling it apart so it's more like embroidery thread and quite thin. So one's going to be green, one's going to be red. Put the word down the bottom, covered over on top of a label so that you could see it. And it's just so fun. I was threading that red through and then I couldn't work out what was the front and what was the back of the of the wood veneer. It kind of, for some reason, looked different on one side to the other, even though the cutout is exactly the same. I'm not sure if that was like an optical illusion or what was going on with me. Probably just me being crazy. Excuse me. So, what else is... So, I'm just sticking this on and you'll see the trick at the back where I add the washi to hold it down. I do need to fix it because I pulled it the wrong way. But that is a really good tip. Just use some washi. I actually found out I have 2 rolls of this washi. And just use that to hold things down in the back. I use it to hold ribbon or twine or string. Anything that works. Anything that I need to hold down at the back. The sequin, that sequin ribbon, it's really good for doing that because that's a bit tricky to glue. So there's that card. Nope, I didn't even show you. Sorry about that. There is close-ups at the end, of course. So make sure, just to remind you again, that you watch everyone's video and you comment. And then everyone's got the little link down below to go to the next video, but there's also everyone's link in the description boxes. So you're not going to miss anyone if you pay attention to those links and follow them. Make sure you comment on everyone's, and then when you've commented on everyone's, that's when you'll go into the draw for the prizes. So just layering up again. So what's actually happened is I've made some, abnormal random kind of DIY embellishment shapes and formats, but also made some using, quite a few using the 3x4 cards as a template, which is fine because they can either go in a Project Life spread as a 3x4 or an addition to the 4x6, or you can put it straight on a scrapbooking layout in an art journal page, traveler's notebook, depending on, like this one's pretty flat, so this could go in traveler's notebook. And you can, have you could have a lot of effort. Your page will look like you've put a lot of effort in, when really on the day you've just probably put a photo on, added some layers, maybe some mixed media in the background. You think that's not even a hard word. How could I have trouble saying that? You put that in the background, but then you add on this DIY embellishment Project Life card, and it looks like you've done an amazing job. You add a title, then you pretty much be done. So that's the advantage of it, and it's quite easy to scrapbook when you're on the go. If you just, go into a crop or a friend's house, scrapbooking in the backyard or at the park while you're supervising your children or your little puppy dogs. And it could just be quite simple. Oh, that looks pretty like that. Why didn't I keep that? It's okay, because actually this is my other one that I'm in love with. This is my second. No, this is my favourite, and the other one was my second favourite. So fiddling around, once again, I've left it in so that you can see the journey of trying to decide what I want. So I'm trying to layer the wood veneer because I wanted to put it to the side there, but it ran off the edge, which probably wouldn't have been a problem when you stuck it down on the page because something would have been behind it. Anyway, I had the brilliant idea to pull out some sequins, go for gold, red and green, boom boom tish, and make it like there's twinkly lights or ornaments all over the tree. So sorry I'm off screen. Hopefully I pull it back up. Yes, here we go. So using a chipboard piece from the collection, putting that star on the top, and fighting with my sequin pickup tool to put these sequins on. Actually, it doesn't look like I'm fighting with it at all, does it? The power of speeding up and editing videos makes it look like the world has all come together so easily. On you get, and here I'm fighting. There. It's like I had to prove that I had a fight with the sequins and my sequin pickup tool. Like, seriously, if I said it, obviously it happened. It's not that big of a deal if it didn't happen. But anyway, so look at that beautiful glistening sequin Christmas tree. I think it's so cute because it's so black. The sequins just pop off the tree. So this is a wood veneer. No, it's not. It's a chipboard piece that's come from the collection as well. And I'm just going to add some sequins because I had fun putting sequins on the Christmas tree. So now I must put sequins on everything. Sequins, sequins, sequins. Actually, this afternoon when I was shopping, I was doing some Christmas shopping, for some reason I was like, ooh, I could do Sequin Stash Saturday or Sequin Stash Sunday video series and use that all. Oh, that's why I thought of it, because I seen some sequins in the shop and I was like, oh, sequins, and then remembered that I have, I have 2 tackle boxes worth, one huge one normal size worth of sequins, and have some in packets and things like that won't fit in, and I refuse to buy another box, which is silly because they're just sitting there. I'm not using them, even though I'm refusing to not store them appropriately. So I figured if I did a sequin stash Saturday or Sunday, that maybe I'd use them up and also share some inspiration for others. So let me know which, if you're doing what you're doing for Christmas, or if you'd like the idea of a sequin stash Saturday, Sunday, if you've made some DIY embellishments and if you're enjoying that kind of a process, leave a comment down below to go into the running, but, leave something that it's going to help me to make something that you want to watch, what you enjoy, and that way we can all get along together. I can make something that you're willing to watch, which is going to be more inviting for you guys and more fun for me because it challenges me. So, another tag, because who doesn't love a tag? And I really like the black, white and gold in the collection. It's so striking, it's so beautiful, but because it's done so it looks so classic, like the black tree and this black and white stripe. It's just elegant. I love it. What was I going to say before? Oh, I'm almost finished. I think this might be the last one for the video today. Just trying to see what happens when I layer things up. I really like that wood veneer that says Merry Christmas. Oh, is it going to work? Am I going to keep that snowflake there? Because look, I'm using it as a layering piece and that would count as using it. And did you see the sneaky... Yes, I'm going to use it. Did you see the sneaky snowflake that I used earlier, which was the circle, it looked like a 1-inch circle, and I layered it over? It was hidden there. Did you see it earlier? Because I was obviously babbling about something else while it was happening. So I used 2 snowflakes, one cheating, one as a layering piece here, and that was pretty good. So I would have liked to use more, but I'm sure I could use them as layering pieces behind photos. Because we all know that I like to layer behind my photos, especially if I'm trying to use up the last of a collection or a kit or something. That last page that I make with a kit, when I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much done with this, there's not much left to it, I'm going to move on from it, going to add the little bit left in my stash. What I do is I use pretty much every scrap of paper that I can. Oh, I'm going to try and add another snowflake. Nope, doesn't work. I use every little piece and layer behind that photo, taking usually, a 3x4 photo or 4x6 photo, making it huge with layers, either both thickness but also making it really wide, and taking up a nice 12 by 12 layout. So we're coming to an end. I'm just using my red Sharpie to colour in the wood veneer and making it stick out. Added some sequins and voila. So thanks for that. And here's some close-up of the DIY embellishments. I hope you enjoyed the video and check out everyone else's. And who's next? Katie. Go check out Katie. She's next in line after my video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you. Talk to you next time. Thank you. Bye.